Pittsburgh Steelers this past offseason has built an amazing team. And first off, let me start off on the defense. All right, so you already have TJ Watt, you already have Cameron Hayward, and you already have Minka Fitzpatrick. But you also, in the draft, get Troy Fautanu, sorry if I butchered his name, in the first round. And he's a great tackle. Obviously, in college, you've seen him most likely. And this guy's a great tackle. Obviously, an amazing pickup in the draft. They also got Cameron Sutton. Whatever you can say about Cameron Sutton, this and that, he's still a pretty good corner, and I do think he will also outperform in Pittsburgh, considering they also have an okay defensive coordinator. And then this past free agency, they got Patrick Queen. I do think Patrick Queen is an amazing, pickup from the Ravens. He's an all-around great linebacker, and I do think he'll pan out on the Steelers' defense. Just a really great defense overall. Now let's get to this offense, all right? They picked up Russell Wilson, and they also traded for Justin Fields. Two, I'd say, underrated quarterbacks. Russell Wilson really, kind of showed out, I'd say, last season. I don't know why the Denver Broncos wanted to get rid of him. I mean, he's still a good quarterback. You could say he's a decent quarterback, but really in that second half of the season, he showed out. And I do really think it's on Sean Payton and his play calling on why, sometimes Wilson looked, I'd say, garbage. But you can have your opinions on him. Now, Justin Fields, they also traded for him for, I believe, a 6th or 4th round pick. And let me just say this, Justin Fields is overrated. But, and that's a big but, Justin Fields could pan out to be super good in that offense. And it'll definitely be a really good fight for the starting position. And why I say Justin Fields might pan out to be really good is because you have George Pickens, you have Najee Harris, you have Jacob Copeland. Those are all pretty good guys to have at those positions. And obviously, the talks right now, Pittsburgh Steelers might, just the slightest chance, might get Brandon Ayuk. And if they do get Brandon Ayuk, that'll be, I say, a huge savior for the whole team. I'm saying that because they have a pretty rough schedule, and I'll get into that in just a bit. But also, Brandon Ayuk will be amazing, especially if Justin Fields starts in the later half of the season, because Justin Fields can learn a lot from Russell Wilson and can get better with amazing wide receivers like George Pickens and Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk would bring a whole different style to the Pittsburgh offense. And so now let's get into the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule. Alright, so week 1 they play the Atlanta Falcons. That's a pretty good team. 2 pretty good teams, 2 quarterbacks that are on their new teams. And this could be a toss-up, so it could either go either way. But I do think the Steelers beat the Falcons. And that game is just really a toss-up. Alright, in week 2, they play the Denver Broncos. And who do the Denver Broncos really have? Let me answer that question. They have nobody, alright? They got rid of Jerry Jeudy. They got rid of Russell Wilson, like I just said. And they have either Zach Wilson or Bo Nix. And I mean, Bo Nix was a good quarterback in college, and that's a video for another time. But they do get the win. They either start 1-1 or 2-0. Let's say 2-0. The Chargers obviously picked up Brandon Rice, and I do think he's a good wide receiver. They have Justin Herbert and Gus Edwards, but I do not think that'll be enough to beat the Steelers. So let's say the Steelers start 2-1. Now they play the Colts. That'll be a tough game. I do think they fall to 2-2, and this is where their losing streak starts, as they go 0-2 from weeks 4 to 5 as they lose to the Cowboys. But that Colts game could also be a toss-up. I think they beat the Raiders week 6. They beat the Jets week 7. The Giants could be a toss-up, but I do think they beat the Giants. Next game, they play the Commanders. Easy dub, I'd say. And now it's that stretch that I was talking about. Now they play the Baltimore Ravens. I do think they lose this one. They play the Browns. But I do think they upset the Browns. I think that'll be a really good game, a close game. But overall, I do think they win. I think they lose against the Bengals. And they win against the Browns and all the things. They lose against the Eagles. They win against the Ravens. They win against the Chiefs on Christmas Day. And they win against the Bengals. So overall, I do think this team will go 10-7 just like last season. But I do think overall they're going to have a more fluent offense. And I do think just overall they might be a better team. Obviously the record won't show for it, but the offense and defense, I do think they work more fluently and more faster than last season. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It does help a lot. I'm pushing to 200 subscribers. We're currently at 162 subscribers, so it actually really help a lot. And 2 returning subscribers. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. I'll get back and start posting again. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.